from Saturday night. Wait, no. Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Live from South Austin, it's Monday afternoon.
It's Monday? Is it?
It's Monday.
No,
It is. Yes.
Yay.
And welcome to S.T.E.V.E., which stands for Spending Time with the Egertons virtually every day. It's been a weekend. We're back for the weekday. We've definitely had a Monday worth of work and school and bread baking and dog wrangling and all those other things that I'm sure many of you guys are doing. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. We do this every weekday at 6 o'clock Central Time, Central D Time. What does the D time stand for again? Daylight.
Didn't we do this already?
We did, but I forget these things. So welcome, and it's really good to see you guys. I'm Owen.
I'm Oscar.
I'm Jody.
And hi, Jeff. How are you? Good to see you, Jeff.
I like how he always says hi when he joins.
I need a nap.
I know. Everyone, we're all feeling that kind of a need
You
for a
need
nap.
maybe a little
I'm
bit.
gonna share this to my own page.
We had kind of a nice sleepy weekend. We watched black and white movies. We attempted to make bread. I wonder if there's any of the bread that I made.
No,
Still.
it wasn't bread, Dad.
It's condensed bread.
It was amazing because I put like cups of flour, and then when it came out, it was this
It shrank.
And it wasn't cooked all the way.
it took
It
hours
was
to
slightly a little bit of liquid on it. It was
was-
raw
It
bread.
took hours to make a clump of dough.
Yes, I failed quite amazingly.
Twice.
Well, hello, Alicia Savage is on there. Hi, Alicia. She and I went to high
Don't
school
change
together.
the subject.
All right, so I failed at making bread. Arden succeeded.
Extreme fail.
Yes, it's true. Several times. Like I tried again. I failed many times.
And then she made an
And then,
incredible loaf.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's delicious.
And then Arden made cake. So we ate a lot of cake.
Box cake.
We watched Thin Man movies. We watched Maltese Falcon last night.
We did finish it?
Yeah.
Did we
Right.
mention when we were acting like we were high?
No.
No, because that was over the weekend. So
We did get a little stir crazy by, and I guess that was Saturday night.
Yeah.
We
Saturday.
we had eaten the first cake for lunch, and we
Mini
were
cake, mini
we were
cake.
warning ourselves not to eat the entire second cake for dinner. And then Jody came up with the idea that the dog probably just wants to sit at the table.
So we got her a chair, and she got up there. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then so we were she was licking the table a bit, and it was just great. And then Mom walked away with this bowl of chicken scraps.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just facing the other way, when he was with the chicken scraps or whatever. And Tara just leaps over Dad.
I got beer on me. Dad
Yeah, he was drinking a beer. It spilled the beer and just caused havoc.
Yes.
There was a havoc situation.
That's true.
And then Mom turned around and she was like, "What was that?"
At junior high too. Jesus.
Oh yes, we went to junior high together as well.
But it turns out the dog maybe did not want to actually sit at the table.
She
was having a
loved it.
swell time.
Except
We
for when
let her
Arden
lick
thought
the
of, let's say grace with her.
it.
We don't normally say grace, but
That's right,
we
no,
were
but-
like, we grabbed her.
It's
little
a reason to
paw.
take the dog's hands.
Yeah.
Look, you got your Uncle Gareth's attention when you mentioned beer spilling. He probably wasn't even watching. He
Wait,
probably
what
just
is that?
sensed somewhere that beer was being wasted.
That's too far away. I
It
can't
says
read it.
not the beer.
Oh, I read it
Yeah.
as Newt the beer.
No.
No,
And unfortunately, our supplies are
Hi, Kelly.
low.
Oh, our supplies of beer are low. It's true.
Our
It's
beer
true.
and wine. Wine, we're we have the box, and it's kind of at that point where you're like, they may squeeze the plastic bag. It's kind of it looks like you're milking.
It's true.
It
We are-
looks a lot like milking.
When you're just milking the wine bag,
Ew! Stop making everything weird.
it's like a diabetic just wrangling his pancreas to get just a little bit of insulin, or hers, or hers.
There's literally a diabetic right there that is female.
I know there's a male and a female diabetic. We have.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I
She's
have a
the
better
diabetic.
A1C, so
yeah.
Hello.
Oh, now TikTok dances. Alicia's saying this.
Whoa, renegades.
There's been doing some TikTok dancing here too, right? Was that what?
No.
Oh, what was a cup dance? Was a cup dance?
That's not.
that's what?
That's when Arden was in 5th grade.
It's like a pitch perfect thing.
I don't think Dad knows what TikTok is.
I do.
I don't fully understand what a TikTok is.
Nobody
TikTok.
actually
I am
knows
a
what
TikTok.
TikTok
TikTok is the frightening robot from Return to Oz.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen, you're so wet.
By the way, my father knows all about squeezing the wine bladder.
Oh God.
This is
We're back. We made it back.
yeah. All right.
But anyway, so the point we were trying to get to is because we realized we had already eaten an entire cake, we were warning ourselves to not eat another cake, and we gave the dog a seat at the table,
Yes.
we realized that we were high. And Arden put marijuana in the first cake.
No.
This is
I
not
didn't do
true.
that. No.
This
We're
is-
gonna get kicked off YouTube.
Goodness gracious.
No. The only thing is off when we don't say anything wrong.
That's true. That's probably true.
Yes, none of that was actually true. There were no drugs being consumed
Well, except in
by the
one.
children. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think actually the other thing that we did a lot over this weekend was sewing. So there was a bunch of sewing done. Arden did some particularly brilliant work. Now that the CDC is recommending that if you're
You're
going
wearing
out,
that wrong.
am I?
No, it's
No.
great.
What? It's already
It's okay. You
Yeah,
can do
that's
whatever
where
you
you're
want.
supposed
Let
to
him
go.
go. Let him go.
Yeah. That if you recommend that you wear masks when going out. Now, this of course is not like medical grade, but Arden made this. Arden, someone was asking like, what are the straps?
That is the collar of a shirt.
Hmm.
I would like to share that this is one of the ones that I had trouble with, where I wasn't thinking and there were some problems with the sewing. So the ones that are better
Yeah.
somewhere that way. But yeah, so we took some shirts that we were gonna bring to like Goodwill, and then the apocalypse happened. So we cut off the like collars, and you could do sleeves, but they're not really big enough. And like little waist doodads. And I just sewed them to a two-sided square of fabric.
And you used for you and Mom's you used shoelaces.
Yeah, so I had some old shoes that kind of got destroyed. Okay, bye. And I used shoelaces. The reason I didn't use shoelaces for Dad's is because Dad's head is bigger than Mom and mine.
Big head.
Big head.
So there's only, maybe shoelaces are different sizes for different shoes, and I've got pretty small feet.
There are different types of shoelaces.
But
Ooh.
it really depends on the length of your shoelaces, and you should measure before.
Oh, Neo my.
Now, this made us thinking Arden's mask that she's been making, which is pretty wonderful. We started thinking about Arden's other sewing,
Did
and
we?
I wondered if Arden would show one of our favorite. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't sew it.
You want me to grab it?
It's glued,
Yeah,
isn't it?
sure.
And
Yeah,
you-
it's hot glue.
That's not sewing, Dad.
I'll explain
It's
it before you
fabric.
show it. Oh,
Okay.
be careful with it though.
Okay.
Like, be nice.
Okay.
It's delicate.
Okay.
So I have this
Oh, my.
one teacher who I've had a couple of classes with throughout the years, who for our final, what we're supposed to do is we do a project that kind of relates to something we've learned in that year. So I did this project last year. It was my final project. And it was early American history, and one of the first English settlements in the U.S. was called like Jamestown. Yeah. And they kind of ran out of food because they killed all the Native Americans who were helping them or something like that. You know, a lot of murder. So they started eating each other. And, you know, there was the eating of the dead people, and then, like, one guy even killed his wife and ate her.
Whoa.
And then I was like, and we learned this earlier in the year, but I was like, I want to go back to that. I wonder what was happening, because I don't think cannibalism is probably that good for you. So I did a research project on the effects of cannibalism, and I made a sort of quilty thing.
Yeah, this is with her teacher Shalimar, who is going to be a guest on Steve coming
Yeah.
up.
So we can talk about
This is
later.
Arden Egerton. This is the cannibalism
Oh,
quilt.
you're showing it the wrong way. You're going backwards.
Oh, sorry. All right. So I start on this end.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So show. Can you talk through some of these
I mean,
things?
this is a year old, but
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Just just a quick.
So just back it up a bit.
Okay.
So these are the symptoms. So cannibalism is not morally but physically okay if you don't eat the brain. If you do eat the brain, you get a prion disease. So and the brain has a prion disease, which is like a buildup of abnormal glycoprotein, and it's called Kuru, which was found in the Foray tribe on an island that I don't remember where, and it's really similar to mad cow disease. And so these are the stages. So you've got stage 1, and I don't remember what all these are.
Yeah.
But
Things that
there's,
can happen if you eat humans.
brain, only human brain.
Okay.
No, you gotta back it up.
Okay.
It's okay. So just stand. It's
beautiful.
Back
All
up.
I'm on the other side if you're wondering.
So you've got your first set of symptoms, which are like Second set, third step, this, he's not on fire. It's cool. And then I've got some like different words. If you lift it up higher, auto cannibalism is when you eat yourself.
What's up with that person dancing?
Can I get a little closer on the auto cannibalism guy?
Yeah.
Let's move towards you a little bit. Move towards me a little bit.
He's just eating himself.
There he is, eating himself.
Yeah.
That guy is.
And then we've got placentophagy.
Oh, let's see the placentophagy. Let's see.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Is that,
move towards me a little
is that
bit.
when you eat your placenta?
Yeah.
There we go, like that.
Well,
There, yeah.
my placenta, I
And then
think.
that's
Yes,
mad
it
cow
is.
disease.
Yeah.
And then also, effects of cannibalism.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Effects of cannibalism if you don't eat the brain, if you don't cook it, you could get HIV/AIDS from the blood, and you could also get constipated.
Well, let's show the constipation picture
It's just
there.
so sad.
The constipation.
I don't love constipation.
I have a few questions on what these different things mean.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I might not remember, but
Do you know what the guy doing the splits means?
I
sad
think he can't
backwards.
move his legs.
Oh, that makes sense. What about the person in the dress just having a great time?
I think they're falling down.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of people having a lot of different reactions to this.
And then wait.
Terry is warning us that maybe you know a little too much about cannibalism,
Yeah, seriously.
and we should watch out.
I have one more
I
question.
impressed tons of people by
Who's
knowing
that guy? The one next to the one on fire
This-
and Lane? No. That
This guy?
Yeah.
I think
What's up
that's
with
you can't speak. Like
Oh.
you lose the ability to
But he
form
just-
sentences.
He just looks so happy.
Hello.
Well, this I think Jennifer Surley
Why
says
did
that.
you give this to me?
Oh, so just to put it down. Boy,
Where?
goodness. Anywhere you want to.
Put it on
Yeah.
the chair.
Anywhere you want it, that's the way you
Wow,
want
there are a lot of people actually seem to know a lot about this. I think Jennifer Sterling was like very impressed that you had a distinction between moral okayness and physical okayness.
Yeah, it's morally compared to different cultures. Like in some cultures, it's like it's like a tradition to eat a body after the person has died. But in like other cultures, it's really looked down upon, and you'll go to an insane asylum if you eat people.
What about our culture? Where do we stand on that?
Yeah.
Us, like the four of us.
Yeah.
If the apocalypse is gonna happen, Dad, you're going down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Hide that. So
I am
they can see me
tasty.
eating you.
Well, you.
That-
You're
hide it,
sweaty,
hide it.
which means you're salty.
Hide it.
Ew.
So I don't-
Yeah, that's true. I am salty. I don't know if I'd be the best. Terrifying.
You're chewy, Dad.
We can't have two diabetics in the apocalypse, Dad.
Yeah.
We only so much insulin. I've thought about this.
Whoosh, look at this. So matzah and cannibalism both cause it's going to be a poop-free Passover.
Matzah and cannibalism both cause
Oh
constipation.
right, I totally.
Wow!
We're gonna eat matzah.
We're gonna make
We'll make
matzah.
matzah. I
I've
think
been trying to get
the
matzah.
bread I failed to do
No.
did fail to rise. So
No, it wasn't matzah. It wasn't a
It was
cracker.
definitely too
It
wet.
It was like if you ate a bite of it, it was like eating an entire slice of bread.
this is true. All the
Raw
ingredients
bread.
that you would make a loaf with were condensed into one slice. So by eating one slice, you saved all this time. You just consumed the entire bread, which I
Raw
thought was
bread.
great.
raw bread.
Well, it was a bit raw.
There-
Damn.
You cut into
It
it, and there was like
damp
dampness.
bread.
If your bread is damp, I would say it's a good practice not to eat.
Yeah. Animator Paul Beck points out the cannibals wear tighty whities.
Oh no! Well, actually, yeah, they are cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I hope someone is just tuning in right now, just to kind of, because that's always been the case. That's always been true. This leads us to the next element of Steve today. Is it's time for your favorite
You're not
non-binary bartender.
That's me.
Oscar, you haven't made anything for a while. What are you going to make today?
I found random things on the shelf, and
Yay!
I was like, these look good.
Bring them on over.
Yay!
That's my thought process.
So-
Our ingredient stockpile is being affected by the length of our quarantine.
By the way, as Oscar is very nice preparing for this, wanted to tell you guys that if you go onto my Facebook page, you'll find that the Fantaspoa Film Festival that Joao had Pedro came on our show and talked about, based out of Brazil. They are just started it. You can make a film, a short film, 7 minutes or less, in your own house. The prizes that they've got lined up are pretty fantastic.
Really amazing.
They really are.
That's Fantastic Fest.
So go ahead and check it out. Check out what they're doing, and be willing to make a short film and win great prizes.
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar, what are you gonna make?
Okay, so before I make something, I'd like to mention something that I find interesting. It didn't really work on this one, but something I like to do, if you have a long time to chill a glass, is I like to cover it in a decently thick layer of water, like really wash it and do not dry it, and then put it directly into the freezer, because it makes it look a lot colder than it actually is, and it just has a very cool effect.
Very cool. All right.
Okay, but anyway, I don't have a name for it right now, but bitters, other bitters.
Oh, nice.
You have your two bitters, vermouth.
Yeah.
Juices,
That's vermouth.
and scotch.
Oh, whoa. Glenlivet 12. Okay.
What?
Yeah. That's some good stuff.
For mamas.
Okay. So.
Okay, I'll put this down on you. By the way, tomorrow we'll be having as our guest writer and bartender Andrew Hilbert. So he'll be able to tell us a lot about these different drinks that Oscar has been making. Okay. All right. There's a little bit of vermouth. Oh, just a splash. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, puppy.
It's all right. I'll take it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your feeling about vermouth, puppy?
Then you just add your first round of bitters.
I love bitters.
Mhm.
Give me a decently bitter drink.
Oh yeah, very nice.
But also balance out a bit with the vermouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Mega
nice.
bitter.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very bitter. Now let me go grab.
Okay. It's got a
Fabulous mixing spoon.
mixing spoon, and then I'm sure he'll give it a name.
This seems perfect
Maybe
for my
you'll
robe
give it a name?
tonight. I feel
Yeah?
like my robe aesthetic is really good for this drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here it is.
I have
Oh.
abandoned adult clothing entirely.
Wow. We have talked about what we wear above the waist when we have our meetings and what
Yes.
We have?
yes. Remember you weren't there for that. But the importance of wearing clothes while on Zoom meetings.
Wait, why was I not part of this conversation?
I think you
I
were
couldn't get the
respectfully
one-
in your class.
I couldn't get the one that I wanted, but
Oh,
I got another magical mixing spoon.
nice.
So,
What are you gonna name this one?
Bitter scotch.
Ooh,
Ooh.
bitter scotch.
I don't
Like
know.
butterscotch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Good.
That's totally what I was going for.
The
Okay,
bitter-
first off, it smells amazing.
Okay.
You want me to move my knee?
Yeah, thank you. Trying to get least sweat as
In
possible.
this house, we call it an elbow, mother. I have a friend who doesn't.
I
like
love this.
me,
Really?
so-
Yes.
The bitter scotch?
The bitter scotch. Okay, fine. You can try it. Oh, it's got the deep earthiness of the scotch, and then the bright oceanness of the bitters, and
Yeah.
then that vermouth just kind of
Ooh.
cuddles the
Who knew?
edges.
Who knew? That works.
Ask. That is.
Wow. Well, there
How
we
did
go.
you know that was going to be so good?
I don't know.
Do you drink these drinks?
I mean, just a little bit.
No, you don't.
You're supposed to say no.
No.
And you were kicked off.
Yes, I know. And now you
Yo,
too.
The joy of your non-binary bartender is that Oscar does not know what any of these ingredients
Yes,
taste like.
yes.
I
Okay.
mean, I've smelled them.
There.
They
You
smell
want to smell
gross.
this
Can I smell it?
one?
So we're coming to the end of this particular episode. Oh boy. You're all right.
Oh God!
I don't think
that's-
Arden has the same tolerance.
I'm going to be asking
to
for a
smell.
bitter scotch often.
Oh.
This is good.
Oh, Christian Holton's just joining, and you just missed this, but basically, Jody is drinking a bitter scotch, which was a drink made by Oscar. Oscar, what
Two types of bitters, vermouth and scotch.
Yeah, it's really good.
Vermouth and scotch, things you think wouldn't go well together.
Those bitters, one of those we got in Nantucket when I was at the Nantucket Book Festival with Typewriter Rodeo, and the other one is Salud Bitters, and that was Kate Payne's bitters company. I don't think they're still making bitters, so those are.
Yeah,
Wow,
so you gotta have out of stock bitters and bitters from Nantucket, vermouth, and fancy scotch.
Wow. Okay. So things coming your week also from Steve. We're going to have some guests. There's going to be some fun. We'll be talking about all kinds of things. Also, tomorrow was the one-page salon. Of course, the North Door is not hosting one-page salon, but there is going to be, it'll be announced pretty soon, an online virtual one-page salon coming your way, which is going to be very, very exciting. I'm really actually excited about it. And other things coming your way. And then, but we are going to tomorrow, in honor, if you're okay with this, guys, we four will share one page. We'll have a mini family one page.
Can I do a script?
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay.
You can also just come up with the questions.
This is why you ask us things not while we're live, Dad.
That's a good.
Yeah,
good
Dad,
point.
stop doing that.
Oh,
Christian Holton with the 16-year logable, which
for $1. God,
well, not for. Right, I don't think it's for $1.
He didn't spend for $1. Okay.
We got some good stuff at that sale too. That was exciting.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yep, we did. Did we?
I mean, Dad and I did.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Panic, I'm so glad. I remember, by the way, you have been so great about pointing out that the census is now happening. So all this craziness is happening. Also, the census is happening. It takes what, a couple of minutes? How long?
I think we have passed the census deadline.
No. I think it's still going. Yeah. We still have more time. It's the census deadline. I think so. Anyway, go check it out because I think you do have more time to fill out the census. So do so because it makes a huge difference to a bunch of different stuff in the world and in your community. Okay, what are the things that we learned? Everyone gets to say one thing that they've learned
from what
today.
Today.
Today's Steve, or it could be overall.
Steve?
Yeah, because
I
I'm
haven't
gonna.
learned anything.
I learned that cannibalism causes constipation.
You already knew that.
You forgot that.
I'd forgotten that.
I learned that when you mix those things, those very specific things together, it makes a good drink.
There we go. Okay.
I learned that filling out your census deadline has actually been extended, so you can still fill out your census, and it literally took me about a minute and a half to do online. So yeah, be counted.
Oh my gosh, do it.
Arden, anything you learned?
I did. I just talked about stuff I already knew.
Yeah, you learned that you can be the teacher.
Oh God, I don't want to be the teacher.
Can I ask the audience something?
Mm-hmm.
So we have been wondering how the viewership is working because we see how many views we have at the end after we're not live anymore compared to how much like the average was, and it doesn't seem quite right.
Yes.
So we're thinking maybe what we're seeing is just through streaming.
So if everybody can send us a bottle of wine online, we'll know very clearly how many people were here.
That's a good idea.
This bitter scotch is treating me very well.
Okay, guys, should we call it or should we go off singing something from Les Mis?
Is it already time? No, we still got like 7 minutes.
Did we do Les Mis last time?
No, that was just on the our party.
Sure we didn't do it?
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of Les Mis recently.
I don't know. I could go for a little. Do you hear the people sing?
We always do that song.
We haven't done it for Steve.
Falsettos.
We haven't done. Do you hear the people sing for Steve yet? I think people need it.
What if 2 of us sing Do You Hear the People Sing and 2 of us sing from falsettos?
I
like over
March of the Falsettos.
Okay.
It's funner to sing like the late dinner.
That's what I thought.
Okay, fine.
Ready?
I know a decent.
Dan,
Should I play it?
Not sure.
No, let's
No,
just.
because we can't. Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you hear the people sing the songs of angry men? This is the music of the people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the
We're supposed to always be here. Make it dinner. Set the screw. What? That's what pretty boys should do.
outbreak!